Let me ask you something beautiful. Where would you be right now if you stopped caring what everyone else thought about you? What would you say? What would you wear? What would you finally do? This is much more than a mindset shift. This is about the life that's waiting for you, just outside the prison of other people's opinions. Because for so many high-achieving women, especially those raised to be agreeable, selfless, the nice one, you're not blocked because you're unworthy or you're incapable. No, far from it. You're actually blocked because your energy is trapped in performance, in managing perception, in being liked over being true. And I see you. You're exhausted. You've outgrown the mask and you know it. So in today's episode, I am going to be talking about what this is really costing you and how to break free. Because beautiful, it's going to change your life. So I want to begin with the hidden cost of caring too much, aka approval seeking. So when you're stuck in people pleasing and approval addiction, here's what actually happens. This is what's actually happening in the split second, okay? You say yes when your body, when your heart, when your higher self is saying no. And your higher self is asking you, pleading with you to say no. And that's why you feel that you want to say no. Because you are somewhat in tune with your body and your higher self. To what degree? It's variable depending on how far you've gone along in your journey, but you stay small because someone else might feel insecure around your power. And let me tell you that the most insecure people are the ones that try to control you or control a narrative around about you because they feel so insecure. That's the fact. So I want you to understand that. That's really important. So you second guess your desires, you shrink your voice, you tone down your truth, you try and make it a little bit more palatable, not because it feels right, you maybe tell yourself, oh, it feels right, it feels like the right thing to do. But no, that's a lie. And I want you to own this. You're actually doing that because it feels safer for you. Let me know in the comments if you're ready to own up to this. Because I've been there. I'm not saying it's your fault. You've literally been conditioned. This is a coping mechanism, a survival mechanism that you have learnt to keep you safe. Okay? So let me know if you agree with this. Listen, we're going to get you there. So don't worry, okay? But I need you to feel this. If you feel this, let me know in the comments. Okay, so you're toning down everything you're doing. You've got so much light in you, so much passion, enthusiasm, energy. You've just got so much to give to the world. But no, you spend all your time people pleasing, hoping, I don't want to shine too bright. I don't want to look bad in front of them. I don't want them to talk about me. I don't want them to say, who does she think she is? I don't want them to embarrass me in front of anyone else. Okay, but at what cost? Well, beautiful, I'm going to tell you what's happened so far, and then you can decide what's going to happen in future, okay? Because in the past, because of this, and I have to, you have missed aligned opportunities. You have missed opportunities that were absolutely spot on, perfectly meant for you. Now, don't worry, because you're going to be having more opportunities come up in the future, but you have missed them in the past, and you know it. You hold back your creative expression. You dull your glow, not because you aren't radiant, but it's because you're afraid someone else might call it too much. And that fear, it's not intuition. You think, some little side of you might say, oh, it's my intuition, I shouldn't. No, it's not your intuition. It's programming. It's a survival strategy that you learned to stay loved, safe, and accepted. But beautiful, you're not that little girl anymore. Okay? This conditioning runs so deep because you were programmed that way. You are not that little girl anymore. You don't have to keep shrinking to belong in the world. In fact, it's going to be the absolute opposite, and you're going to embrace it. So, why does it run so deep? Okay, let me just hit back for a second, because you were trained. We all were, emotionally, culturally, maybe even spiritually, to make others comfortable at the expense of your own truth. Maybe it was subtle. Be nice, don't be difficult, don't make a scene. Or maybe it was loud. Why can't you just be more like so-and-so? Or you're selfish. Or who do you think you are? So, what did you do? You became hyper-aware. You shape-shifted. You put on a certain mask to fit the narrative that you wanted to achieve so that people would be pleased and happy with you. Okay, so these were your caregivers, people that you were surrounded by when you were a child. Up until the age of 7, the key people of influence around about you shaped your programming for the rest of your life. And if you're like me, you may spend a huge chunk of your life actually trying to reprogram yourself. It can be done. Of course it can be done. This is your mission. This is your purpose. This is why you're here listening to this episode. But it can be done. Absolutely will be done, because you're here and you're committed. But let's be honest. You stayed quiet so many times when you wanted to speak, not only just in your childhood, but now. You overachieved to be good enough, to try and be good enough, to try and get that affection, that love, that attention, that validation that you wanted. You carried the emotional weight of your family, your church, your friend group, and you called it love. But let's be honest, that's not love. That is self-abandonment in a pretty outfit. That is higher self-abandonment. And your nervous system still feels safer when you're managing other people's emotions than when you're standing fully in your truth. When you can walk into a scenario, no matter where it be it the office, be it in social situations, be it in family situations, and be in the flow and be in your best energy and just be so present in every situation without thinking about how it could go and what you can say and how you can pull yourself back from saying something you might regret in future. No, it's done now. Okay, the truth is, when you're standing fully in your truth, in your flow state, when you can get rid of all that conditioning, when you finally learn to just be who you are in the moment, that's when your power actually starts to come to the fore. Okay, so what I actually want to do now is I want to help you to break through this. Okay, that's what this channel is about. Subscribe now if you're all about that. If you're all about breaking through, shifting, being your best self, doing the hard work to actually become your highest self. Sorry, not become your highest self. You are your highest self, but to realize your highest self. To remember who you actually are without all that programming on top of you. So here's what I really want you to remember. You don't need everyone to understand you. You don't need permission to evolve. You are not here to be digestible. You are here to be undeniable. When you stop living for validation, you start manifesting from alignment. Your energy stops leaking into performance and starts compounding and growing into power. Authentic, magical power. Let me give you right now a reframe, okay, so that we can help you to embody this right now. Let me know in the comments if you're feeling already that bit more magnetic, that bit more sparkle. Let me know. Now you can either close your eyes, put your hands on your heart and breathe, if it's safe for you to do so, or you can leave this for a time when you've got your journal prompts. Listen now, just answer the questions in your head, but if you can use these as journal prompts and you like to write things down, this is the way that you can do this. So I'm going to give you a few prompts and you answer them however you feel. You can write it, you can say it, you can think it, you can just walk it, okay? What dream are you shrinking right now to stay acceptable? That's the first prompt. Ask yourself, what dream am I shrinking to stay acceptable to other people? And then the second prompt, which is going to be ridiculously powerful, and I want you to own this. And by the way, 222 on the clock, the angels are with us for this moment. You're getting the energy of this through as well on this episode. So take the energy that we're being given right now. Second prompt, if no one judged me, and this is the second prompt at 2:22 p.m, because yes, I'm recording a second episode today because this is a powerful one and I just had to do it. Second prompt, in fact, we've got 4 twos, 2. If no one judged me, what would I do now? And what would I do tomorrow? If you could literally wake up tomorrow morning and nobody would judge you, imagine everyone vanished. You didn't know anybody. You could make a brand new impression for the rest of your life. And the person that you acted, the things that you did, that's who you were. What would you do? Write it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And I'd also love to back you on this as well. And number 3, the third and final journal prompt. What am I waiting for permission to do? And where am I waiting for permission that I already have? Because you're the only one. Your creator is the only one who could ever give you permission. And guess what? He already gave it to you. And the reason you know that he already gave it to you is because when you were created, he put that mission on your heart. So you have that mission in your heart right now. That's yours. That was your permission. In fact, it was not just permission, it was an obligation. You, one day, are going to be at the end of your life and you will no longer have any more time left. You will have no seconds, minutes, or hours. And you're going to have to face yourself knowing that the time that you spent, that valuable time, you spent it on something. Now, did you spend it following your purpose, or did you spend it on things you now regret? So what exactly are you waiting on? In 10 years' time, you're going to be living a completely different life anyway. Time will pass, you will be there. Are you going to be where you desire to be, what you were born to do? A lot can happen in 10 years. You really underestimate that. Or are you just going to be here or further back from where you even started, giving up on everything you were born to do and achieve and become? And here's the truth. The version of you who doesn't care what they think, she's not reckless, she's not selfish, she's the most grounded, magnetic, spiritually aligned version of you that exists. And she's waiting. So I want you to drop a fire emoji in the comments if this hit you in the heart. Because it's time. Stop waiting, start rising. If you are done living for their comfort and you are ready to live in your truth, you don't need to let me know in the comments who they are, but you need to let me know that you are ready to make moves. Affirm it in the comments. And if you're ready to go deeper, if you want clarity on where your energy is actually leaking and how to unlock your next level self, then the spark activation was made by me for you. The link is below. You can find all the details there. Just look for spark activation. Now this is your time. This is your truth. Your rise. I love you. I see you. I'm Mrs. Manifestation. And I'll see you back in the next one.